Alright guys, this video is for anybody interested in the Anubis AFK farm bot, or if you already have the bot and you just need a refresher tutorial on how to use it. I've got I got a camera here on my keyboard just so you can see once we start the bot that my hands are not on the keyboard. So let's go ahead and get started. When you first launch the bot, you're going to be presented with a username and password screen, also a register button. You'll be given a key and you'll need to go to register. You'll need to put in that key, create a username and password, call this demo video. This is going to be tied to your hardware, so you're not going to be able to use this on more than one PC. Okay. That register and add the other one. Alright, so once you register, the application will launch and you'll be presented with a bunch of options. So let's go through some of these options. The number one most important option is the game resolution. So you got three different options here. Personally, I run it in 1280 by 720 and I leave the rest of the settings alone. If you go back to bot settings, then you can see that by default rounds 1 is checked. If you do that, the bot will run for one round and then it will shut off. So I usually recommend unchecking that unless you just want to test it. And then you've got some options here. Now, some of these options only work, like enable emote. That only works if you have interception installed. I personally don't install interception. I recommend random bus drop. And if you enable AFK mode, then that'll do a pickaxe swipe every now and then. Personally, I kind of like to run this on the second screen, and sometimes I'll find myself in the top 10 and I'm able to grab a weapon, and I've gotten a few wins that way. So I don't like enabling AFK because if I get a weapon, then it could possibly shoot, things like that. But if you're truly going to be AFK, then you can enable that. You've also got the option to shut down the PC after a certain number of rounds, but I don't use that personally. So if we go to options, 1280 by 720 is what we have set that on. So we need to go into our options here, make sure we have that set to 1280 by 720. And I run this in windowed mode just as personal preference. So what I'm going to show you now, and I mean, some people choose, when they go in here to options, they choose to set all of the options to, you know, to the lowest possible resolution that way, or not resolution, but graphic settings. That way everything, because it really doesn't matter if you're not really playing, but, you know, it's whatever you want to do. So you have to make sure that you are on this screen. So you have to make sure that you're in the lobby when you click start. And what I expect to see is, I'm going to move the mouse cursor up here and then like the top right. And what I expect to see is the mouse cursor automatically go down and click play, and the round should start. Now, the way that this is going to work is it's going to start the game. It should random bus drop me. Sometimes you know, if it gets a little off, then it'll drop you at the end, but it really doesn't matter. It usually catches up with itself. And what I expect to see is, once I die, it's going to return to the lobby, and then it's going to restart the cycle all over again. So let's go ahead and give it a start. Move the mouse cursor up there. hands off the keyboard. Let's see here. And there it goes. It has started. And what I'll do once I get in game is I'll just quickly kill myself and show you that it returns to the lobby. And because we have unchecked the stop after a certain number of rounds, then this will run until you stop it. Alright, there we go. Probably the easiest thing to do is to just go into the ocean. Alright, so hands are off the keyboard. I expect the mouse cursor to go down to leave match. There it goes. And then I expect it to start the next round. And there it goes. It started the next match. And that's really about it. It's nice that it gives you a round count there. I don't know if you can see that. Next to the left of the stop button, it says rounds 2. So it lets you know when you come back. I've come back and well, I'm actually running this on a separate computer. I'm looking over here and it says rounds 190. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see if I can use the camera here and show you that. I don't know if you can see that. So rounds 190. So it's been running for 190 rounds. So that's pretty awesome, and this thing works, man. I'm telling you right now, the last 2 seasons in a row, I've hit level 100. I'm using an alternate account right now, but yeah, I've been using this bot personally for 2 seasons, and it is let me get to 100. I think that's all that I need to show you, really. It's worth every penny if you're trying to get to 100. So yeah, hit us up.